ready to get started. We have Brianne Comden, one of the players, and Coach Dana Appleberry. We'll open it up for questions.
Coach, I thought the big thing there was the long stretch there at the early fourth where they weren't playing very well or anything, but you just couldn't get anything to go at all. It was like a 5-minute drought. Was there anything that you saw that made that come about?
Well, I mean, obviously Maryville's a fantastic team. I mean, they brought it. This is their home court. They had all their fans here cheering them on. And you know, we struggled in the fourth quarter, like you said, just trying to find a way to put the ball in the basket.
What was working for you guys kind of towards the end of the second, early the third, were you guys kind of able to build that lead?
What, say that again?
What was kind of working for you guys offensively to kind of build that lead late second, early third quarter? You guys kind of 6, 7, 8 points.
Well, I think we did a good job of just taking the ball to the basket. We drew some fouls on them. We got to the line a little bit, and we were a little bit more patient in boxing out and rebounding, and I think we were doing a better job on the boards. Coming down the stretch, I think we struggled a little bit on the boards, and I think we struggled a little bit, just like I said, getting in our sets.
I feel like defensively you kind of executed the game plan you wanted to. You held them to a pretty low total. They kind of just picked it up foul-wise towards the end there when you had to foul. But
Right. No, I mean, I think our defense was steady. I mean, I think we did a decent job defensively. I mean, again, obviously they're a great team, but really, I mean, I think just coming down the stretch, we struggled putting the ball in the baskets. I mean, you know, give them credit or you know, say we were off tonight, whichever you prefer, but we just struggled putting the ball in the basket.
I thought one thing you did really well, I'm thinking pretty much the game long, was Puckett never was alone to float on the perimeter, and when she went in the lane, it was contested. That you've got to be happy about that. Who really showed out for you there? Because I thought, without her free throws, I don't think she had seen anywhere near double figures. But
Right. Well, I mean, you know, she's a great player. I had Sarah, my senior, guarding her most of the game, and I think Sarah did a good job. And you know, Puckett got into a little bit of foul trouble, so she sat for a little while, but she still ultimately did play the majority of the game. You know, but I think they just had kids stepped up and hit 3-point shots that you know, maybe haven't hit more than one a game for the season, and you know, they stepped in and they were ready to knock some of those shots down.
Brandon, it seemed like a kind of physical game out there. That make it a little bit tougher down the stretch, or is that kind of, I don't see you guys, is that kind of the type of style you guys like to play, or is it a little bit tougher?
I mean, we're used to, I mean, there's some physical teams in our conference, but like, your post players here are very, very well behaved, like well taught. The physicality was, I mean, normal for us, but I mean, you could tell in the long run that it was, I guess, starting to affect us, and I guess we just weren't as ready as we thought we were today.
What's kind of the message to your players? I think you called a timeout after they took their first lead at 42-21 to try and quell the crowd a little bit. What are you trying to tell the girls to maybe?
Well, I just want to try to get them to keep their heads in the game and to trust and believe in themselves and know that we could do this. You know, it's always tough to go on the road. You know, I mean, we got a long bus ride to get down here in the first place. So to play somebody, you know, right out of the gate on their home court, you know, it's kind of tough to do. So I just try to continue to keep them, you know, keep their heads on straight, encourage them, and tell them that, you know, us as coaches believed in them, and that, you know, we just had to, you know, find a way to, you know, knock down some shots.
did you see any way that they were depending on you in the second half in terms of either post player fronting, better guard pressure, that it didn't seem like you could get a touch as much as you'd like? I thought at that point in the second half that you could take them home just underneath, but they couldn't get you the ball.
Right.
Were they fronting you? Was it something they were doing specifically that you could see defensively?
I think it was, I mean, again, like just their defense. I mean, I guess we weren't really moving the ball as well as we are used to, and I guess that kind of affected us, but I mean, their defense was on.